The girl who committed the Slenderman stabbing has run away from the group home she was released into. On Saturday, November 22nd, Morgan Geyser cut off her Department of Corrections monitoring bracelet. After that, she disappeared, and as of Sunday, November 23rd, she's still missing. If you've never heard of the Slenderman stabbing, here's what happened. At the age of 12, Morgan Geyser and Anissa Weir had become obsessed with the urban legend of Slenderman. He's this creepy tall white figure that lives in the woods and has tentacles out his back, and he can stalk and kill you and your family, but this was just an internet myth. However, Morgan Geyser became convinced that he was real, and she thought that Slenderman was going to come after them. So her and her friend Anissa decided that the best way to protect themselves was to stab their friend Peyton. On May 31st, 2014, in a heavily wooded park in Wisconsin, the two girls held Peyton down and stabbed her 19 times. But luckily, Peyton was still strong enough to drag herself to a nearby road, and a cyclist called 911. One of the stab wounds narrowly missed an artery, but luckily Peyton survived and made a full recovery. Morgan and Anissa were arrested that same day walking along the interstate, saying that they were en route to Slenderman's mansion. Something I remember from the HBO documentary on this case is that in their interrogations, Anissa was very remorseful and crying, but Morgan was just completely disconnected from it. At one point, as the detective's leaving, she goes, "Wait, do you know how many miles that we walked?" And he said, "I can look that up." And she said, "Okay, because I'm trying to exercise more." You think that you also murdered somebody that same day and you're asking about the miles? Baby, why are you counting your steps? Morgan was diagnosed with early onset schizophrenia, meaning that she truly believed that Slenderman was real and talking to her. Nessa was sentenced to 25 years, and Morgan was sentenced to 40. And eventually, both girls were released early, with Morgan having to live in a group home. However, she's managed to escape and she's with an adult acquaintance. She obviously needs to be medicated, but it's not clear if she's off her medications and delusional again, or if this is something else. She was last seen in Madison, Wisconsin, but her whereabouts are unknown. I just hope she's tracked down safely without anyone getting hurt.